It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we're reviewing a beer that I'm pretty sure I've reviewed before, but it turns out I haven't. And it's one of those beers which I know I'm going to really like. It's one of those beer reviews where I know just from the quality of German beer and the name of the beer, Bockbier, this style of beer, that I'm going to really like it. This is from Kulmbacher Mo, and this is the Volmondige Bockbier. It's 6.9% ABV in a half-litre bottle. Swing top cap. The nchshof cap on the top. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Oh, the smoke on the bottle opening. Indeed, if I have reviewed this beer, it was a number of years ago. It might have even been like, I don't know, something like 12 years ago. It's impossible to remember even standing in front of a camera reviewing a beer from 12 years ago. Probably have a better, even if I have reviewed this beer before, I have a better glass this time around. So what is a Bock beer? Bock means strong in German. So strong beer, 6.9% ABV. This is just, look at this, fabulous, fabulous. Fabulous stuff then. We've got a one finger, slightly off-white head, good levels of carbonation, amber coloured loveliness. It's got a lovely, clean finish to it too. It's not hazy at all. Looks wonderful. The beer is available from our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beers of Europe, the largest online beer store in the UK, with a fabulous range of beers from all over the world. If you've worked away, if you've been on holiday abroad, you found that wonderful beer that you found, and it was just the ticket. It was the beer that you thought, if there was one beer in the world left to drink, this is the beer I would drink forever. If it was that beer, the best place to find it in the UK would be beersofeurope.co.uk. There's a link in the description box of the video. On we go with the beer review then. I'm dead excited for this one. Look at that. The aroma. Nutty, biscuity, bready. It's like the finest quality kind of hand-baked brown bread with all the nuts on the top and the flour and, you know, that quality. I'm trying to think of the name of the bread in, you can buy it in Asda. It's like a dark brown bread. It's not a rye bread, I'm pretty sure it's not a rye bread. It smells of rye, it definitely smells of rye, come to think of it. A nice level of sweetness on the aroma. Biscuity, bready sweetness. Followed by a hoppy kind of like spicy pepperiness in it as well. It smells absolutely wonderful. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Oh, just fabulous. Stone the crows. Stone the crows, just absolutely fantastic. The mouthfeel is incredible. I put this beer in my fridge an hour and 20 minutes ago. And it just has made, I found it that it's cooled down. Hour and 20 minutes in my fridge is the perfect temperature. It just brings it down slightly from room temperature. It is early spring here in the UK, so it's still quite cold. So I just brought that temperature down of the beer a little bit, and it's refreshing. It's got this lovely, creamy, rich mouthfeel. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of the flavour. The flavours of that kind of, it's that beautiful, you've seen it you've seen it in supermarkets, you've probably seen it in bakers. If you see like an artisan bakery, they have bread in the window. It's always got nuts on it, a little bit of sprinkling of flour, that dark brown bread. It almost, there's a reason why they call beer liquid bread. This literally tastes like an artisan loaf of bread, but liquefied with nuts in and seeds and flour. Maybe not the flour. So very malty then. Very malty, very sweet. There is a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's not much, but there's a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's a little peppery, spicy, but it's a brilliant beer. It's a brilliant beer, and it's a beer that, well, we got the Euros round the corner, haven't we? And this story has stuck in my head now for the last week. In the UK, we've seen a reduction in the ABV in beers over the last, seems like 2 to 3 years. The ABV on beers has been dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, to the point now where most of our mainstream lagers are 4% ABV. So what's happened? Well, we've got the Euros coming up now in Germany, 2024. I can't wait, I'm really excited for it. But we've had this, it's kind of like, they tried to make it disappear a little bit because everybody laughed at it and everybody didn't appreciate this message very well. But we had a message from our lovely overlords saying that if you travel to the Euros in Germany, there's a warning that the beer is strong. That the beer is strong in Germany and you should be careful. And there's a big part of me that goes, well, why is it that the beer in the UK has been reduced so much that you now have to offer out this kind of warning? The beer in Germany is strong. It's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. This is, though, I will say, this is 6.9% ABV. So, I mean, if you popped into a shop and was like, oh, I'll grab a couple of bottles of these for the train before I go and watch Portugal versus Spain in a stadium in Germany, I'll pick a couple of train beers. You know, you might be a little bit surprised drinking this on the train and then looking at the ABV going, oh blimey, this is 6.9%, because it doesn't drink like a 6.9% ABV beer. It drinks more like I mean, you can definitely get the mouthfeel of that 6.9% ABV, but it doesn't offer like lots of kind of licks of alcohol. It doesn't taste cheap. It's well brewed beer. So I'm going to rate it then. It looks good. Look at that beer as I roll it around in the glass. Looks good, smells good, tastes wonderful. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.